Alright, so here are all the parts of the Geara Zulu already primed. I'm going to begin painting the Geara Zulu first, get that out of the way. Because, one, even though I have all the alligator clips connected to both kits, I don't know where my other stands are, and I don't want to get it all confused. So I want to get a majority of the stuff painted and get it done on the Geara Zulu before I jump onto the ECOS Jegan. But let's talk about the painting, and I have a series of paints here. I'm not going to make this as colorful as you could say. I just wanted to make it like something similar to this, but maybe a little off. Who knows? I don't know. But we're going to figure it out here and there. And I may do a slight pre-shading, but it depends on how it comes out. First of all, I like the green, I have this green color, the deep green, which I could either use this, but there's another green I have here, but you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of like this one better. So what I'll do is I'll do some pre-shading on the areas of this kit, and then I will spray it on this. Usually basically it's the shield, the parts of the arm, the head, and the legs and the feet. For the inner frame, it could be a combination of using light gunmetal by the Finisher products, or I have this one, graphite black. Thinking of using graphite black maybe, because that way I want to apply it onto the machine gun and the bazooka. And I want to use the graphite black as a base coat on the bazooka and the machine gun. Also, it would be definite for the joints here and here, here. Also, the plate. I painted this whole thing all one color. I primed it all in one shot, so obviously I'm going to be using a lot of masking. And in case anybody's wondering, am I going to do a reverse wash? Well, that's where this comes in. So this is the gray, which is nearly like an off-white color tone. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to spray it. I'm going to airbrush it with the slight painting. I did talk about the fact that I was actually thinking of scraping this off and putting it on photo etch, but nah. I guess this is something of me being lazy kicked in right now. So yeah, I know that this is a darker green tone, and I don't have anything darker. The only thing I can think of maybe is painting it. First of all, this is a charcoal tone right here, so I can use Xeon MS Gray on this. So paint everything gray, then mask off, paint the collar graphite black, and then mask that off so I can paint it to white, and then mask this entire area off, and maybe not use Titan's Blue 1 on this. Yeah, I'm not gonna paint this this part green or dark green. I could use this and then paint this over it, and then that will give me the tone. But I'm not gonna do that. No, really not. I did went on to you know what? I didn't get it, or did I? Shoot. Where did I put it? I thought I had gold in my presents. Oh, no, that's brown. And brown. And more brown. Sorry, I thought I had the gold. Oh, there it is. Darn it. right in front of my face. So I bought this super gold for the trim parts. That goes in the neck, the waist here, this here, and obviously this part, where is it? There we go. This part here, which I just finished priming, I mean. Once I finish painting the base color tone, I will repaint. I'll mask it off so I can paint these guys. This shouldn't be that easy. I just didn't feel like popping this whole thing out just to paint that, to put it back in again and then just mask it off. So just do it the other way around. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I have, well, I have more Phantom Gray here. Phantom Gray is a little darker, but it's almost close to Titan's Blue 1, so I may not use that for now. But these are the combination of colors here, and I will do the trim of the color if I have to. I'm gonna try, you know, masking it off and either A, airbrushing it, or B, hand painting it, which can be a little bit of a challenge for me, but shouldn't be that difficult. I do like the Geara Zulu in its current form. I know there are people who probably would like to change its color, maybe give it a different color tone, maybe a white, maybe a red, you know, turn it into a full frontal version. I wonder if, I think there was a full frontal Geara Doga, which I think there's both a master grade, and I don't know if they made a high grade version of it, but I do remember the master grade, which is a P Bandai out there. I don't know who has it, and I remember it was at at 2013's GBWC in New York City. There was a guy who brought his own custom version of the Geara Doga full frontal custom, and in all due respect, I think he should have won first place instead of me. Anyway, let's prepare painting. Alright, so I just finished priming all the parts that make up the high-grade Jegan Ikosa type, and making sure everything was all primed and covered. Again, what I did was I actually took what I just created for painted on Ecos that I primed one wave. Then once it dried, I put it on the box and continue priming in the next parts. And before I begin painting, I wanted to review the paint colors. And the one thing, of course, is the Ecos has a light tonish green, or more of a darker tonish green than that of the Geara Zulu. But I'm not gonna paint it green. I'm actually going to paint it mahogany, which is the closest thing to brown. I want to paint it brown for the overall colors, while the trim colors, like the waist, the neck collar, this little part right here, part here for the feet, I will paint it hemp BS 4800. This is like a sandy khaki color. Just going to paint that. I have the light gold gray, which I'm going to detail some of the thrusters here, there, and I believe down there to paint that. The back part, I kind of like this, where the inside of the thrusters is white, so I'm going to use that color tone. I may end up using not this color, Phantom Gray for the weaponry, the thrusters, the inner frame parts. Yeah, and then I may end up like changing it up a bit in some places. I don't know yet, because I like to do the masking of certain parts. Like, see how these little lines here? Maybe mask them and paint it a different color, maybe a darker tone or something. I I really like the pink dots. And according to this is, well, it doesn't tell you the color, but I did pull out my fluorescent pink, which, quite frankly, I don't know how I'm going to do that. How am I going to paint that little part, those little holes? Do I paint this color first, then cover the holes up with the, you know what, actually, I'm thinking out loud, yeah, that could be a good idea. I do have, hold on a second. When we talk out loud, certain things come out that you may want. Okay, good. I have these little circle masks, and I believe, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, I think I have the little dot to cover this. So I'm going to paint this color, then mask it, then reprime it, then repaint it. That's actually simple. Because it'll be ridiculous for me to make a little hole the size of that diameter just so I can put it around it, just so I can spray paint that. Obviously, that's going to be difficult and relatively time consuming. And I think what I'll probably do is on the face mask, I'll probably paint this entire area metallic, then cover it up so that way I can paint, that way I can paint the rest of the color, and then I can then color the, you know, the color for the primary color for this. There are some colors that I may end up changing up a bit. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be mixing and matching and see where we go with this. But yeah, that's the plan. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin the inner frame parts of both kits, and then that way we'll move on. We'll discuss that, add some painting. So unfortunately, when I was reviewing the Phantom Gray color, I ran out. Didn't think I have enough. So I'm using Titan's Blue 1, which I have plenty. There we go. This will be for the inner parts. Like this over here. This is the shield, and I may end up, looks like there's detail there, which I'm going to put my mask off and repaint another color tone, but I forgot that this has the little rocket pods that's built into the shield, so I'm going to probably paint those as well, a different color tone. This is part of the leg. And when it dries, I'm going to unbend it and repaint it again. I'm going to have to revisit this color for the Geara Zulu. Speaking of which, I have a Geara, both the original 144 scale that came out back in the early 90s, maybe late 80s, I think, and the Universal Century Hybrid version. I've been meaning to make like a dual video build for those two guys for a long time, and I just keep forgetting, or I don't have the time. Eventually, I'll figure it out. Because I do like the Geara. Speaking of which, I have no plans of getting the new version of the Geara, the blue one. I guess based off the manga or whatever. Because it's blue. You can buy a blue. You can buy a regular green one painted blue. No reason for you to waste money on a cheap Bandai. I know it could be a novelty, but I highly don't recommend it. That is my opinion. You don't have to listen to what I say. By the way, a friendly reminder, my contest for the custom diorama contest is still going on. It will end on April 7th. 2013, sorry, 2023, where did 13 come from? So if you still want to join or enter, please send your submissions to my email address. I'll post the video of the contest at the end of this segment, so you can click on the link and go and check it out. Read all the instructions. A lot of prizes, and I got new prizes coming in. Right now I have first, second, and third place, and I will have fourth and fifth place ready as well. So the more you enter, the more you win. Obviously, build a diorama that you like, and I hope you see it. Alright, I'm out of pressure. Let me refill up the tank, and we'll go on, and we'll continue on. Okay, I am going to prepare some paints. Get it ready for my painting project here, and using the cups here, these what do you call it? Paint cups with lids. I'm going to prepare some paints that I'm going to need. I'm using the products that I got from, of course, obviously Japan. I'm going to start with the deep green. That up a bit. Wow, this thing's tight. Damn it. Didn't realize. Here we go. I really like this green. And I'm going to use these mixing stir sticks. Again, you don't need to buy these, of course, to utilize it. What do you call it? A toothpick would be even better, you know. Or if you guys like to have ice cream and ice cream pops, you know, those little sticks, those could be used. But these things are okay, and this is actually good to mix up the bottle. There are those out there that utilizes a electronic stir. Whoops. But I kind of like this. Just mix it up a bit, get it going. And we'll just use this here. I think that should be good enough right there. And I'm going to utilize, hang on a second here, leveling thinner. A little bit. There we go. I could use the ball right here to actually mix it up a bit. Get a nice consistency of of a milky substance, you could say. Now, I don't know if this is a reusable, considering it is a wooden stick. And if I use a paper towel to clean it up, let me see. This could be like a one-time deal. Even if I clean it up with thinner, I'm gonna have to like remind myself, okay, this is gonna be for green colors. Well, the next one will be for red, the next one will be for blue, white, whatever. So, because look, if you clean it, it still shows it there. It is a wooden stick, so the pigments would, of course, adhere to it. So if it's a metal, if it wasn't metal stir, fine. But that's actually meant for like mixing up the. I'm gonna mix this up a bit. Mixing up the bottle if the paint is settled down in the bottom, and even if you put like thinner or the retardant thinner to agitate it a bit, you still need something to mix it. So it depends on what you want to use. Alright, so this is done. Let me do another one and get this ready for painting the Geara Zulu. Okay, I pour the amount onto my airbrush. And let's try with the leg. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can see this. Much better. Alright, let's spray and pray. Now regretting the fact that maybe I should have given this a dark base and not a light base. Because now I'm going to need to look into getting black primer. However, the paint is going nice and smooth on it. I'm probably going to end up giving it 2 coats here. Stop right there, and the last thing I want to do is keep on spraying, saying, do I have the right amount of green on it? Is the right amount of shade? You gotta be very careful with that. Sometimes you could go a little fast, other times you go very slow, and other times you mess up. So So you gotta always double and triple check your work and make sure everything goes down nice and smooth. Let's do this part here, the helmet. I wish they made a matte straight of this for an RU100. I'll even take the mechanics version. Which I'm now thinking that they're gonna probably do a full mechanics now. But who knows? Alright, that's not bad. I'm gonna do one more part. Yeah, this is the part for that's in front of the foot, which I could have done a different color, but I'm doing it this way. Maybe that's enough. Okay. Alrighty, what I'm going to do is continue the remaining green parts, and then once I'm done and giving it a second layer, I'll do the next color. So give me some time to work on that.